Paramount. I'm going to hit Paramount and we're going to see what we should pay for this company. And then for you traders, I'm going to go into trading and we'll look at how to trade this thing. So this company, I read through their press release from the second quarter. This company is absolutely flossing. They are gaining US users. They are gaining international users on their Paramount Plus. The stock price, this was at $120 a share. And that was not that long ago that we were sitting at $120 a share. That was just in, March of 2021. So this thing has been hit and hit hard. So let's take a look here at the income statement before we get into anything. Let's see this revenue growth. And it grew. It was growing. And then we had this big jump. I'm wondering if something happened here, if there was some type of acquisition that went down, because to go from 13, 12, 26, that's what I'm wondering. And then honestly, the growth hasn't been great as far as revenue goes, but let's see what happens. Let's see their net income. Let's see if they have been making any more money. They have. It's been rather inconsistent. 3 billion, 4.9, 2 billion, 2.8. So they've kind of been all over the map. Shares outstanding. This is kind of where I'm wondering, was there an acquisition made? Because they were buying back shares, and then a big spike. So let's go to mergers and acquisitions and double check here. And what year did that happen in? That happened in 2018, 2019. Cash flow statement. Guys, I'm looking in here and seeing if there was any acquisition. I'm not seeing anything. So for me, if I were interested in this company, this is something that I would go and look further into. I would want to say, okay, what was that massive jump in shares? Something happened here. No company, well, at least I don't think, is just going to double their amount of shares on you in 1 year. That to me is something happened there. So I think that you need to go and do more research there. Let's look at total current assets of $15.35 billion, total current liabilities of $9.72. What's their total long-term liabilities? $25.16 billion. Okay, so they're not in the worst position, not in the best position. Now the return on invested capital. That is a very interesting. I would actually like to see this number a little bit higher, especially for the space that they're in. Profit margin is 14.3%. I have to think that they have studios, so they probably. It's not like it's a software business. It's not like it's a Netflix. Netflix is not really a software business either because they have studios. But yes, okay. Let's go to the report. So look at these numbers. Total global subscribers, nearly 64 million, which also includes the removal of 3.9 million Russian subscribers because everything that's going on over there. They added the 4.9 million, and their revenue grew 120%. The Top Gun movie became the biggest Paramount movie ever, bigger than the Titanic, and that powered the 126% growth that they had, which was absolutely incredible. Going down further. 5.2 million subscribers in addition just to their platform. That's not Paramount Plus, which included the subtraction of the 3.9 million subscribers from Russia. Paramount Plus grew over 43 million, which reflects the addition of the 4.9. Incredible. Both international and domestic hours watched per household grew strong year over year. Guys, this company was, this is something else that's very important to me. TV media. CBS was the most watched broadcast network for the 20th consecutive time in the second quarter. Nickelodeon was the biggest kids network for the 28th time in a row. So they're able to hold an audience. That's something that really sticks out to me and says, okay, you need to just keep paying attention to this. So the company now, let's run through it. Is this, for me, Ford was getting too cheap for me to ignore. Is this a company that's too cheap for me to ignore? Now, no matter what comes out of this stock analyzer tool, I'm telling you right now, it's not just an automatic go buy. There's things in here that I would need to look for going forward to make sure that this is something that I do maybe potentially want to buy. So let's put in some revenue growth numbers. The revenue is definitely growing. I don't think it's going to sustain that 74% number. So let's see here. Let's go with 5, 7, and 9 going forward. Profit margin, I think, will stay consistent around this 12 to 13 to 14 range. Free cash flow margin's a little bit lacking. Let's go with 5, 6, and 7 down there. PE, 14, 16, and 18. I'm going to do the same thing for the price to free cash flow. Something is going on with their price to free cash flow. This is the exact same reason why I would want to go do more research. And I'm going to put in a 12.5% return. I do think that Paramount is going to be a company that's going to be around in 10 years. So I'm not terribly worried about getting an incredible margin of safety. Now, here's the numbers. Guys, this screams something. This to me is saying, okay, what is going on here? Why is everything green down here? This instantly just tells me, go do more research. Not go buy, go do more research and understand exactly why these numbers are showing up green for me. Current price is $25, and I'm looking somewhere probably in the range of that $75, $65 range. So pay attention to this. Go figure out what those shares outstanding, that dilution was from. See what the acquisition was, if there was one. For you traders, Paramount, look at this chart. Look at this epic chart. Just straight up and straight down. And in a matter of just a few months. So for me, this is actually a pretty good stock to throw a dog, what am I trying to say here? Tracker share. Sitting on the bottom, just going sideways, and you can see the stochastic is doing exactly the same thing. You can go and buy one share for $25. Worst case scenario, this company goes out of business and never exists again. And the worst thing that happens to you is you lose $25. The best thing that happens to you is this thing starts to creep. It starts to just turn up very, very, very slowly, enters the sweet spot, and you're one of the first people to buy into this thing as the price just keeps going higher and higher. Now, why would you buy a tracker share instead of just putting it on your watch list? Well, I don't know about you, but for me, I have about 50 stocks on my watch list, and I try to organize them every day. But if I want to find something and I don't want to miss it, a stock that can go for a really good run, I'll just go and buy one share. So I open up my brokerage account every day and I just see that one share there, and I'll remember to execute on it at some point in the future. Now, from a swing trading perspective, it's probably a pretty boring stock to swing trade, because look at this. You just do so many sweet spot reversals, sweet spot reversal, sweet spot reversal. And even when you do get a big run, you're tethered down by these moving averages right now. Trend is looking pretty good, but you're running right into that 25-day moving average. If you are looking for a swing stock to trade, go find something else. If you're looking for a long-term stock, maybe throw a tracker share on it. That's Paramount. I'll catch you on the flippity flop.